But we may be having a little bit of an issue. We've got a player that wants to leave the club that I've accepted a bid for. The money met our evaluation of the player. The only issue is I don't really have a backup for it. Let's go ahead and get into it, my dudes. Before we get into today's episode, why don't you go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below. Well, dudes, today is a huge episode. We're playing top of the well, no, we're not playing them. We are top of the table. We're playing second place in the league, RFS. And it's a damn close one. Just 1 point separates us. So absolutely huge match here. And then after that, I believe we're going up against Meta. Yeah, Meta after that. And they're currently having a pretty good season as well, sitting fourth in the league. It's crazy. I mean, looking at our goal differential, guys. I mean, that's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? I also loaded up the Data Hub for the first time in this save. I haven't done it much in this one. Obviously, I just said I loaded it up for the first time. But I have been impressed with some of our statistics out there. Obviously, we got a very good defense. It's quite inimpenetrable. I don't know what the quiet means. We're aggressive in shooting and clinical. We don't win the ball a lot, and we lose the ball a lot. But that's kind of what we do. So I'm not really worried about that. We hit lots of crosses. We're accurate with them, though. We have lots of dribbles. We're infrequently fouled. And our heading is not the best. I'm hoping that improves a little bit with some of our new players. But a good thing about this, yes, I mean, XG don't lie, baby. We're sitting first in the table. XG has us projected sitting first. So good news there. And we kind of alluded to it earlier. And you may have guessed who it was. We have players at this position, but nobody that really does this role. But the players that we have, they're not even really good ones. I've accepted a bid for Yokota for $475,000. He's not on a massive salary, which is disappointing. I was really hoping we could keep him through the end of the season, but as I mentioned, they came in bid for him. He complained about how much I was even asking for, because there was a couple bids that came in that was like less than 100,000. So I put his bid at like 500,000. He got mad. I was like, hey, I'll bump it down to 475, but that's it. And he was like, that's still too high. And then the next day, a 475 bid came in. So that kind of lets you know it really wasn't that high. But now that that's happened, we're going to offer him out for 500,000 to see if somebody comes in for that price, and then that way we can cancel this one out. Try to make a little bit more money. Try to squeeze every penny that we can. And I'm really going to miss this guy. I think he was a good player for us. I am scouting some players. It's tough. We've got 3 scouts, and we've got needs. So a lot of these players, I don't know when they'll ever get scouted. Obviously, we've been scouting midfield players for quite some time now, and this guy is right now top priority. I really want to get him finished scouting. He could be a 4-star player with 5-star potential at an asking price of 2.5. Says he's a ball-winning midfield, which we also need because we really don't have one of them either right now. We've got Lipa, who's done a good job this season, but I'd really like to upgrade that position this offseason, especially since we're going to be trying to make a little bit of a splash in the Champions League early rounds. We ain't going to make it really far in that either. Obviously, after the last episode, you guys know that. But we're trying to correct that. We're trying to get some really quality players in. And I think we've started out doing that. And one of those players that we've already brought in is out for quite some time. Lucky out 3 to 6 weeks. Jesus, Murphy, Burka out for 2 weeks. Kakarchik should be back for the next match. Not this one, but the next one. And this one's going to be tough. And it says that we can secure a place in the preliminary stages of the Conference League this year with a win in our next match while maintaining our goal difference. So a little bit of if this happens and this happens and this happens, we can do this, maybe. So let's go ahead, pick our team. We've also looked good in between matches. I didn't even show that off, did I? I'm sure you guys seen it. But we last left off against Bate, where we actually won in the second leg. Leipzig, we beat 1-0. Sparta, 5-3. Daugavpils, 2-1. Alberts, 2-0. Now, RFS, a huge match. I don't know what we're going to play. I don't know the players that I want to play Kakarchik because his form has been freaking ridiculous. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to. Diallo's going to swap over. I think we do that. That's for sure. You know, I guess we could play Gaia in that box-to-box role. I mean, I doubt he's really good at it, but I'm sure we could make it work. I mean, he's a decent ball winning. Well, can't tackle worth shit in his market. So he's not really a good ball winning midfield, even though he says he's a 3-star. Box to box, he might actually be able to do a little bit better. Obviously, his tackling's a little bit low, but he might be able to play that role for us next season, I think. I mean, I'm going to just go ahead and plan like he is out, though. So we can't play Lapa. He's gone. We really need to upgrade this midfield, don't we? I mean, I don't have nobody else to play. Croutons. We got Croutons. I'm planning on moving on from him. I know he's going to leave the club. It sucks because he's been a really good player for us, and it creates another hole that we have to fill. And yeah, it's a bit tough with what we've had with the injuries right now. This is the lineup that I've been playing with, except for Kudra in the starting lineup. So we got a back four of Kudra, Burin, Gadrani, and Andresen solo. In the midfield, Croutons and Gaia. Right-hand side, Punkels. In the middle, Dobrkovs. Left-hand side, Diallo. Up top, it's Agimang, who's looked good as well since coming to the club. Excited about him. Let's get out here and increase this lead over RFS. This match is massive. Like, this is the biggest match we've had this season. That is for sure. I don't know what I even said. We said something about the standings. And the guys are coming out from the locker room, ready to go, playing at home today. There's a little bit of a crowd here. I mean, it's not jammed packed, but it's there. Punkels to Dobrkovs. Do we get an early goal right off the bat? That would be an excellent way to start today's episode. Gaia takes the shot, buries it for the 16th of the season. Playing in the midfield today. He don't care. He's taking that every day. And Croutons only assist. 1-0, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Excited to see it. I mean, he was just bouncing all over the place. Croutons making an immediate impact. Been out a lot this season due to injury and does that right off the bat. And Gaia with a wonderful goal. I mean, we can't discount the goal any because that was absolutely beautiful. All right, let's get it going. Let's get a second. Why not? I mean, we're living the life. How does that make the table look? Let's see. Oh, it looks so much better, don't it? That 4-point lead over a 1-point lead looks ton better. I'd be really happy with winning this match. Hey, I'd be really happy if there's not another highlight in this match. I'm not getting that though. Solo throws this in. He's got Dobrkovs, who's recently signed a contract with us. I mentioned that in the last episode. I finally offered him when I've been putting it off. Andresen plays this up to Diallo. Not been the best of late. Not going to lie about Diallo. That's why we've been playing Karchik a lot. Karchik's been on fire. Solo takes a shot. He doesn't take many, but he almost found the back of the net there to put us up 2-0. Unfortunately for us, it doesn't go in. And there's the first dirty 30 down. I'm honestly going to go ahead and drop some praise on the guys. Hopefully it doesn't demotivate anybody. There we go. I picked it right. We got 2 minutes of added time. About to start walking back to the locker room. But it's time for one final highlight here. Sold over the top. It was a little bit scary. I got a little bit nervous, but it's okay. It's 1-0. And it's been a pretty close match, really. XG shows there's not been a lot of opportunities out there for either teams. You could say we've been lucky with that one goal. But, yeah, I'm happy with what we've done so far. This is, like I said, RFS is a really good team. For us to be ahead of them in the table, it's nice because we shouldn't be ahead of them in the table. They're the much better side than us. We've had a really good season, and lucky for us, we've been able to maintain what we've done this season for quite some time now. And let's stop this right here. We're good at long balls. Hey, give me that. Give us that. There we go. Burn brings it down, plays this up to Punkels. Hasn't said his name at all today. Agimeng takes a shot. Diallo, can you get to it, bud? He didn't. He's played better today, though. That's for sure. Happy to see that. We're about to start making some changes, though. That's for certain because I'm not exactly thrilled with the performance out there today. Dobrkovs to Diallo. Can't maintain that. Dobrkovs again in possession. Andresen plays this out to Solo. What does he do with it? He gets it up to Diallo, who's onside. Solo now back in possession. Okay, we got something building here. Do we get our second right now? I would love to see it. Croutons to Diallo. Thought we was going to get the shot there. Burn takes it. I mean, for the build-up that highlight for Burn to take a shot outside of the box, that was a bit of a disappointing highlight for me. But we might have an opportunity here. Okay, it goes out. Goes out for a goal kick. We're about to make some changes, though. I've not been really impressed with Punkels today or Agimang, but I think what we do is Punkels is moving up. Agimang is coming off. Karchik coming on the pitch. Like I mentioned to you guys before, he's been lights out. Like, he's been so good this season. I've been really impressed with him. And Dobrkov's can come out. Murata's coming in. And there we go. Our two changes. See what we can get out of it now. Diallo, what does he do? What does he do? He hasn't scored in quite some time for us. We won't be bringing him back on loan. I know that. He's been a good player for us, but we filled that need this season, and it's coming in this off season. So I like him, but I don't like him that much. Burin throws us into Kukarchik. Croutons. Burin again. Punkels. Okay, 20th of the season. It's a bit, I mean, obviously I didn't see where he was at before the pass, but where he got the pass, it looked like he might have been a little bit off there. I'm not 100% sure. We're not going to see it from this perspective either. It's 2-0 though. Either way, I'm happy. Very happy. I mean, we'll take that all day long, baby. And we're about to be forced to make another change here. And I would really like to make a defensive change. But I don't really have a defensive. Punkels can come off. I mean, I don't like playing with. I don't really like. Hey, I've done that many times, and that totally messes everything up. I don't really like playing strikerless, but in this case, I think we're okay. Jakob is coming on, a player that we haven't mentioned in a while, really, because he slid down the depth chart with all the signings that we've made at center back. Unfortunate for him because he's not done anything wrong. It's just the way she goes sometimes. Karchik has possession. We've got 10 minutes of added time. Jesus Christ, if that's the case, I'm going to fall asleep. We've got 10 minutes left in this match, not including the added time. And then we get out with the 3 points against RFS. That would be amazing. Let's do that. Solo plays us to Andressen. Let's get our third today. Do we do it now? Solo back to Andressen again. Gaia to Murata. He's trying to play it up to him. Can't quite get it to him. It's a little bit too far out in front. Burin to Diallo. Murata on a run. Takes the shot. So close. So close. I mean, that was inches away from going in. Unfortunately, we're not far enough up the pitch to get to that one. Can we get a stop, though? Let's get a stop. Not allow a goal. Let's keep a clean sheet. We should have done it in the last match. We didn't, though. And they're playing it around pretty nicely, but Karchik does a good job there, just winning that ball for us. Back to Burin. We're zooming in a little bit. I was zoomed out too far. Croutons now. Gaia, one of the goal scorers. Do they link up here? Doesn't look like it does. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's going to turn into an RFS highlight. If this is really the highlight, like if there's not really an attempt on goal, I don't know why this hasn't. I haven't seen an attempt. Why didn't the highlight start here? That's the only issue I have with some highlights. It's just like they carry on too freaking long. Like this is just a bit much. Okay, we don't keep the clean sheet. It's 2-1. I mean, that was a long highlight to get to that 1 point, wasn't it? Or is that just me complaining? It might just be me complaining, but. Because, I mean, we've seen Croutons take the ball, or we've seen Kukarchik win the ball. We've seen, 2 goal kicks, basically. We're going to drop some encouragement on guys after giving up a goal late. Didn't work. Didn't work. We got 4 minutes of added time to get out of here. And we do. Okay, there we go. 3 points over RFS. Freaking huge right there. Burin was our best performer, 8.0. Nice work. Happy with that. Good job. All that fun stuff. And next match, I want to see our new striker score. Because, you guys haven't seen him score yet. Well, Yokota has left the club, and we're pretty thin in the midfield. And the squad agrees with that. As you can see, everybody's supporting whoever brought up it in the team meeting. I think it was actually Punkels that was disappointed in it. So, yeah. The good news is I've signed somebody already, though, that's coming in next season. I'm scouting some guys that I'm interested in. It might mean that we have to change up some of the roles in the midfield. Finding a box-to-box midfielder at this level has been extremely difficult. So I'm thinking we might have like a central mid on support, something along those lines, maybe a Mazzala, just something in that role. I don't know, to be honest with you guys. And, it's definitely been difficult. We might even play with 2 ball-winning midfields. It wouldn't hurt, honestly. We got Kudra in goal today, though. A back four of Burin, Gadrani, Andresen, and Solo. In the midfield, Lipa and Gate. I am struggling with his name today, my dudes. Gaia. There we go. I don't know why I was struggling with Gaia. And then right-hand side, Kukarchik. Guys, stayed up too late last night, and it's starting to get to me. But, hey, start it over. We got Kudra in goal, back four of Burn, Gadrini, Andresen, and Solo. In the midfield, Lipa and Gaia. Right-hand side, Kukarchik. In the middle, Murata. Left-hand side, Diallo. And up top, Agimang. Guys, I don't know. I'm glad this is the last match that I'm recording tonight because the names are getting me. Jesus, Murphy, guys. Can you imagine if I go to Iceland at some point in this Journeyman? Everybody's just going to get nicknames. You're just going to have like Jim, Bob, Tom. It's just going to be like one-syllable names. And the guys, they walking out from the locker room. We've been excellent this season. That being said, we've done some squad changes in this past transfer window, so we may start to struggle a little bit. I'm not 100% sure, but I do think in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be good for the club because we've made money off of the Yokota deal, even including the purchase of the other player that we're bringing in right now for him. So I think it's good for the club. Obviously, I don't think we're ready to win the league, but crazy things happen. And obviously, there's not much happening in this match. We just now get our highlight, our first highlight. It's almost the end of the half. Solo plays this up to Murata. Do we get one? Here, baby, let's go. Murata gets this ball back to Solo. It's a little bit of slow ball right now. That's fine. Everything's fine. Solo has possession to Gaia. He hits it into the box. Kukarchik cannot get to that, unfortunately. And it's cleared all the way out to Burin. Kukarchik now again. He's been good. He gets it to Agimang. He gets it to Agimang. It's 1-0. I don't know what I was going for on that one, guys. But hey, 3 points right now. Let's take it. Good stuff here. Kukarchik, like I said, this guy's only a 2.5-star player, but he's playing really good, isn't he? Like I've been really impressed with him. But I think Agimang is going to be a really good player for us. Obviously, he's still learning the squad a little bit. People are still learning his play style, so it's going to take a little bit to get him going, but he's looked good so far. Hey, things are going well. I know you're capable of better though. Get out there. Let's finish this match. Let's get these full 3 points. And I want to take a look at the table after this. Got to get a stop here. Diallo does a great job of clearing the danger momentarily, though. Meta back in possession, and they are moving. Okay. A player that I had looked at purchasing as well is actually plays for Meta. It's this guy right here. He's pretty solid. It would mean that we would have to change up a little bit of how we're playing, and I don't know. I just don't know. If his finishing was a little bit higher, we may try making a purchase on him. I like his price. Now that I'm actually looking at it, I really like his price tag. That's a solid player that we could bring in that's Latvian born. And honestly, we need some of those guys because we're running out. We're playing a lot of foreign players. And I think the guy that I'm bringing in is another foreign player. So it might be a good idea to bring him into the club instead of trying to find somebody else. And obviously, he's been playing at this league for a little bit now. I've noticed him on a couple of scouting reports. He's a pretty regular starter for Meta. So it might be a good decision to go ahead and do that. Agimang brings us down. Diallo, do we get a second here? Gaia on a run. He's our new box-to-box. Plays it out to Lipa, who sends it over the top. It's okay. I just wish we could have got a little bit more from that. We don't do a good job of that, but Agimang does pretty good of coming back to get that. Holds up play, plays it back to Andresen. Solo now. Gaia, Diallo, Agimang on a run. It gets closed down. But Kukarchik, he continues to run his 9th of the season. Agimang on the assist. 2-0. I don't get why Kukarchik is as good as what he's been this season. I really don't. Like, he's pretty much taken over the right-hand side from Punkels. Punkels is having to play on the left-hand side. And I don't know. Like, at the start of the next season when we bring in, we've got a new player coming in that's a left-wing option that's really good, guys. I'm excited for him. I don't know what to do on the right-hand side. Does Kukarchik get the starts or does Punkels get the starts? I think you have to lean Punkels just because of his, his level in the squad. What just happened? There's a pin. I didn't see anything that was worthy of a pin. Get that out of the way so I can see. Who do we want taking our pins right now? I mean, honestly, Andresen is pretty damn good at him, isn't he? I'm going to actually let him take it. I mean, I think it's a bit risky. I don't ever like my center backs taking pins, but he's pretty good at them. He's got a 10 composure and a 14 penalty taken, so maybe he gets us in. He buries it. I wasn't worried. 3-0. They're just running the dog shit out of him. That's why he got injured. I don't know if you noticed that earlier. He was dead tired. Now he's even more dead tired. 3-0 right now. Good stuff. Yeah, the midfield troubles that we have right now may end up being a result of a changing in play on how we do next year here at VALMERIA if we end up staying. I know you guys want me to, but obviously stuff changes as the saves go along. I do want to take a notice of what clubs are available at the end of the season just to see if there's anything I find interesting. But is that our gap-offs? That is our gap-offs. Thought it was. Good for him in the starting lineup. Never really cracked the level for us. But yeah, it's a bit tough. We got to make some changes here. Have I made any changes? Just been talking. Dobrkov's coming into the lineup. I want to bring Papa Fall in it as well on the left-hand side. And Diallo's coming out for Teixeira. I just want guys to get fit again. We've got a lot of guys that are not fit, so that's why those 3 changes are being made. We've got a 2-goal lead with 10 minutes left. I think we got this match won. But yeah, it might be a changing in how we play here at VALMERIA next season. We've just got to get players in. Okay, it's 3-2. They've came back. One thing about our side is late in matches, we give up. We just shut down. I mean, that wasn't Kudra. I was trying to click whoever that other guy was, but we do shut down late in matches, and we got to get that solved because it's definitely been an issue. It's something that actually gets brought up in the press conferences quite a bit. Lapa does enough to win this ball for us. I really don't even care about the highlight. I just want it to end, honestly. Aggie Main gets on this one. Does he give us a... There we go. That seals the deal. It's his 5th of the season. 4-2. Aggie Main with the brace, I think he's got 2 today. I'm happy with this performance. I'm pretty happy with today's performances. Good stuff by Aggie Main. Happy with his performance. He had the brace and had an assist as well. And he's not the best performer. Kakarchik is. 8.6. There we go. Good stuff. 4-2 victory over for us. Outstretched arms, good win, all that fun stuff. You know what we say. The players was applauded by the fans, not appalled by the fans. I do apologize. And guys, look at that gap. Now that we're creating over RFS, that is huge. Absolutely huge. And hey, guys, we got something to discuss. Before we take a look at any of this stuff right here, go to Club Info. Go to me. Go to my contract. That's right, baby. I signed a new contract. It expires at the end of next season. 1-year deal. 1-year deal. Made a little bit more money this season. We got $40,000 out of it, so happy with it. And here we go. We qualify for the Conference League already. Good stuff. There it says we've done that. Looking at the competition. Yep, there we go. Jelgava already relegated. Poor season for them. 9 points. Wow. Wow. I mean, obviously we knew Jelgava, Tukums, or Audio was going to go down. And I mean, honestly, you could say Dog of Appeals because last year they was really bad. This year they've turned it up. And I want to go ahead and take a look at some of the players that were probably not... I want to take a look at some guys. I really do, just because so we can see what we're all talking about. So these are the guys that I'm scouting right now. I've got 11 guys that are not on hold. And yeah, I don't remember any of them. So we don't know enough about him yet. There was one guy in particular. Okay, that's the guy that I'm bringing in. This guy, I think we looked at him already. I'm looking maybe at bringing him in. I really want to see what he can do in the central mid, though. But he's looking like he might be one of them. This guy's looking like he might be one of them. But I'd like to see just a little bit more of what he can do. And then the Vafney guy, I would really like to bring him in. I think I'm going to actually make an offer on him after we get done. But yeah, I think we're coming together. I think we're finally starting to build a squad here that's looking better. A great episode here at VALMERIA. We're starting to separate a little bit from RFS, who has been a thorn in our side this entire season. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below. And as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.